So next up is someone I actually met a few years ago at a hackathon that I was hosting. They won the hackathon, so I gave them a prize. They had built an agent that orders their food on DoorDash, and I was like, this is really cool. This person at the time was a postdoc at Stanford in machine learning. They had done a stint at NVIDIA, Uber, Google AI, a bunch of stuff, and they were thinking of leaving. So I told them, you should leave, you should start this company. That company ended up being Multion. They built an AI agent to control the browser. They scaled to hundreds of thousands of users in months. And now they're starting an AGI first vertical AI agent research lab. So I'm excited to introduce a friend of mine, Garg.
Thanks. Great to be here. So yeah, we just started on this new adventure. Our company is officially called AGI. This was kind of like a really fun name that we were able to get. The funny story is someone actually offered us $10 million offer to sell the name. We said no because we thought it's an appreciating asset. And I think AGI is going to be the next big thing, so we should hold to it. So yeah. So I'm excited to talk about like I would say we're in stealth. We just started on this journey. We are building like a best team in the space. We see like a lot of like innovations are happening. Like if you look at agents, like OpenAI just launched agent operator. It's early, but like it's going in like interesting new directions. And we see like a lot of these things are gonna become mainstream. They're gonna reach commercialization. I will say like the agent space is still very early. So if you look at it, like there's no commercial agents that most people can use right now, right? And that's something that we are very interested in. Like, what will this like vertical breakthroughs look like? And we have a lot of open source efforts that we are pioneering and are championing right now. So I can like talk about some of them, and then maybe we might announce something later today too. Cool. All right. Okay. Okay, nice. Okay, so let me start by announcing something. So this is some fun project we've been working on. We are calling this agent Strawberry. You can actually go to this website, strawberry.app, and check it out. You can also scan the QR code. This is, I would say, like it's a newer agent we are prototyping. Currently, it's free, so anyone can go and check it out. It's actually much faster, and I would say it's more reliable than even like operator right now. So this is like kind of like a fun project we are tinkering on. So like feel free to like play with it. It's not a full product yet. So this is kind of like a prototype, but you can check it out. Feel free to give us feedback. We'll be like adding more supports and like doing some like interesting things on this. So this is really fun, and so this is kind of like one thing that we're exploring on like how agents can become like more better and interesting, and like also like how we are not dependent on just like the frontier lab. So we don't want to be just like, it should not just be like Anthropic and OpenAI who are going and like pioneering all like the general purpose agents. We want startups and like the ecosystem we want to have a newer AI ecosystem, and we are very interested in championing that effort and what that will look like. This is our website. We are very interested in like figuring out like what AGI looks like as a system. What does everyday applications of AGI look like? We actually have this website, agi.tech, so you can just find us there. So if you think about this question, like what is AGI? I don't think like most people know about this, right? It's a very open question. And this is something that's maybe going to happen in the next 3 years. So in the next 3 years, you will have super intelligence. You might have some sort of AGI that you can use. It's still very unclear what this will look like. And I think we fundamentally believe that this is going to be a multi-purpose agentic system that you can like use in your life. Maybe like a personal assistant that's just really personalized to you. It's connected to your data. It can do a lot of things for you. And I think it just needs to be very useful. It needs to have a lot of like value. And right now, no one is there yet. And when it comes to building this kind of systems, which could eventually, like if you think about a simple agent, this is kind of a diagram of an agent from Lilian Wang, former researcher at OpenAI. And agents have a lot of like things going on. Like they have like a planning where you want to like make a plan on like what to do. This is similar to humans. You want to like have also reflection, criticism, chain of thoughts. So these are some topics like that are in active research. You want to have memory, like a short-term memory of what the current conversation is, but maybe also like a long-term memory of the user personal details. You might want to have access to tools like calendars, calculators, and you want to have actions. And we feel like it's like if we can kind of build this kind of systems, thinking of this as a roadmap, and make this like really, really useful, and have these things work all the time. Maybe that is the roadmap to AGI. While we're thinking about like a lot of this kind of like new frontiers for agents and AGI and like what's next, we're championing a lot of like new open source efforts. So we have like 3 things we're doing right now. So the first thing is what we're calling its agent protocol. This is agent-to-agent communication framework where we want to enable like agents to be able to directly communicate with websites, agents to communicate with other agents. So if anyone here has used computer use APIs or like even like the agent operator, it's not very reliable right now, right? Because like front ends keep changing. It's very hard to build something that can work on every website. So you feel like in the future you might have specialized protocols that can just like directly allow agents to communicate to services and maybe other agents. So like suppose you have a web agent that can communicate with the coding Replit agent that can communicate with maybe like DoorDash website internally, and so on. And that might basically how things look like. And so this is something that you can check out. This is currently open source. I'm leading this effort along with like Swix, who's also like a agent builder, a lot of other people in the community. You can find us at agentprotocol.ai. We have a GitHub repo with 1,000 stars right now. And like this is something that's in active development. We are looking for a lot of like collaboration, active people who want to like help us build this and figure this out. So if any of us is interested in like this kind of agent protocols, come find me like after this talk. Cool. And we believe that this kind of agent protocols will lead to a lot of new kind of paradigms. And like, so if you think about it, like in the future, you might have like this kind of multi-agent systems, agents that can communicate with each other, and then like do a lot of like interesting things. We kind of think of them similar to human organizations, like how you have maybe like a manager in an organization who's like running a team, and then maybe like the manager has more managers and so on. And so we believe like some sort of hierarchy might emerge out in this kind of multi-agent systems over time. And that's also one thing that we are targeting, like what will these primitives look like? How will communication look like? And how do you do this kind of information exchange that's efficient? Cool. Second effort we are pioneering is agent evaluations. This is like a big effort that we've been working on internally for the last 2+ months. Right now, we're collaborating with like Meta and like OpenAI and like some other labs for them to like work on agents and then like have them be like benchmarked. Right now, a big problem with the current like agentic systems is like there's no really good way to like evaluate. Are they actually working? What are they doing? Is it a good system or a bad system? And that kind of like lack of like trust and like evaluations, I think that's a big bottleneck to the ecosystem. So what we have been doing is we have been like cloning the top 20 websites on the internet, and then we have been building a benchmark on like how can you actually run agents on this real life replicas. So we actually cloned Amazon, DoorDash, United, LinkedIn, Upwork, a lot of these websites, and then we have this simulated real life replicas where you can actually go and evaluate your agent and get a score. And then you can use this score to like see like how well is this agent actually working on these websites. You can also train on this website. So if you want to like do like reinforcement learning training or like expert training, those are some things that you can also do on top. And we feel like this is again like something that you just really need, because like unless you have real life training like environments and like data sets, you are not able to push the frontier. And that's kind of a big bottleneck right now. And this is something that again is open source that will be like announcing very soon. But if folks are here are interested, you can find this effort at realevals.xyz. And also please reach out if this is interesting. Cool. The third thing I will say like that we are very interested in and we have been working on for a while is like how do you train agentic models? This is something that's very new. If you have seen all this like DeepSeek and all these new things that are happening, there's been a lot of advancements in like reasoning and learning capabilities. for like math and like other domains. I still think like agent is something that is missing. People have not figured out how to do like this kind of advanced reasoning with agents. And that's, I think, the next frontier, because I think that's what you need to solve if you want to deploy these agents like commercially, globally, like if you want to have billions of people using this. And one problem with agents that I think most people in the room who have used an agent system here will see is like it's like they're very bad at reasoning. They make a lot of mistakes. They go out of distribution. They will learn to an edge case. They don't know how to error correct, and that leads to like a lot of problems. Where like unless you have a good reasoning like a model or like method, you can't really expect the system to do or perform well, and you can't trust it. So it's like kind of like expecting like maybe like a child to do like very complex things for you, but it's just like a not good enough reasoner, and like it's not able to do what you ask it to do. And this is kind of like something that we are actively looking to solve. Like how do you have better reasoning for agents? And that involves a lot of things, like how do you ensure better reliability? How do you make sure you can correct for errors if they happen? And how do you reduce looping? Because looping is, again, like a big issue that a lot of agents run into. Let's see if this video plays. OK. So this is one effort that we have been doing as part of a previous company, and then now we are like building on top and like doing a lot of like new things. This methodology is called like AgentQ. It's a research work that we released 3 months ago. So you can actually find the research paper and like a blog post about this online. And we have been building methods where like agents can like self-improve and like learn on the fly how to like plan better, and how to like if they run into like some sort of hurdle, how can they like reason on the environment and improve. And so this is like an example like where like if an agent is asked to like book a table or make a reservation on an open table, it can learn on the fly. So like suppose it goes to the incorrect restaurant, then it can learn like, okay, like it can like sort of act like a human, that I should backtrack, I should go to the correct restaurant. So it can, in a sense, like press like a back button on like go up the tree, and then like go back to the home page, and then go to the right restaurant. And then like it can like be like, okay, like now select the date. If I select the incorrect date, then also I can correct on the fly, find the seats, make the reservation. And I think this is very important. This is like also like how humans operate like interfaces. Like even humans are not perfect. We make mistakes, but we know how to recover from the mistakes. And that's very important. And that's kind of like how we're training on. Cool. This method has a bunch of things going on. So I will say you can find the full work online. We also have like a video available on YouTube that kind of explains like how everything works. There's two big components here. So one is like how do you do like self-criticism in a sense, where you have a critic network that can give you feedback of whether you are doing the right thing or the wrong thing, and then that helps like the agent improve. And the second thing we're doing is like we're training the agent using reinforcement learning. So we use this well-known method called DPO, direct preference optimization, and we can take the successful trajectories from the agent and the failure trajectories from the agent, and then we can combine both of them together to like give feedback. Okay, like this was correct, this was incorrect, and then learn from that. And this is like actually works very well. This has been like very successful historically. Now I think like newer methods like also like DeepSeek is doing something similar for math reasoning. So I think like these things are becoming more pervasive in the current like ecosystem. Cool. Okay, so that was the talk. So feel free to reach out to us. We are currently in stealth, but we are pioneering a lot of new efforts. We're actively recruiting. We are actively working on like the agent protocols, evaluations, training. So if anything there is interesting, just reach out to me. Thank you.